Hi guys and girls, welcome to your face reading channel. This is Nitesh and today it's an interesting video because we are going to do the face analysis of a Titanic actress, a very famous actress, Kate Winslet, and we are going to study her face and thereby decipher some of the facial features and the meaning that those facial features indicate. We are going to study about the transformation of herself from what she was in Titanic, that is in 1997, to what she is in very recent years. Does her face indicate certain transformation? And there are quite a lot of fascinating changes that we'll observe, and we are going to look at the most prominent features of her face as well, as you could see on the screen, and thereby decipher the meaning of those traits and what it indicates about the personality aspect. If you have these features on your face or on your friend's face, or some of your family members possess these features, this definitely indicates a quality about them. So make sure that if you have awareness about it, uh, you better use it to the best of your capability, right? So I have made these notes so that I don't miss out on any of the important features that I wanted to share. So let's deep dive into the screen to look at the images, and the images, the courtesy of the images is put in the description section. So kudos to all the photographers and to her as well for allowing us to study face reading, and this video is purely for educational purposes, right? So the very first thing that you'll observe is the transformation part. So I have captured the picture of herself from long back to the most recent years that was available on the internet. So the very first thing that I feel you could observe once you observe her face, this is of course the picture of the past, and this is the most recent picture, the more recent picture. As you could see, this was the article by Sean Kitchener on one of the express.co.uk website. I'll make sure to give the link in the description if you want to go across that article as well. So the important part in the face reading, if you want to observe here, is that the transformation. Uh, for you as well, if you want to look at your transformation, take a picture of yourself 10 to 15 years back of you, or 20 years back of you, and compare it with the picture of today, and you'll observe definitely the differences in them and what meaning it connotates at, or what life experiences you were experiencing at that point in time. So here you could see purely that the flesh padding was a little softer, and there was more cheek padding here, and the highlights, the shen, that is the light of the eye, here is a little bit more supportive. So when you have strong flesh padding on the face, like cheek padding on the face, it indicates the presence of strong earth element into you, which adds on to the nature of abundance, and it adds more pleasing warmth or comforting aspect within you with respect to how others perceive you, right? And the shen, the light of the eye here as well, if you see, it's more supportive, Pichulak. Whereas here, if you see in the later picture of her life, you'll observe that the skin has kind of become metallic, and here the earth has transformed more into the metal element, meaning she has gone on to become more precise in her life, a little more straightforward with respect to the choices that she makes in her life. And if you look at the aspect of shen, that is the light of the eyes here, if you look at the light of the eyes here, these are very sharp shen, a very sharp light, indicating a sense of strong focus and a very ambitious self that she carries, especially at the later part of her life, when it comes to, of course, getting the fame from the very famous movie uh, Titanic. You'll also observe that she has kind of peaking eyebrows here, right? These eyebrows are kind of peaking and narrowing down. So this is a fire feature. It's like flame searing up the wood feature. So eyebrows, the intensity of it indicates about the presence of a strong wood element. or it indicates the nature of how strong your wood element is. And when it's peaking, when it's narrowing down from here, it indicates the fire presence in you, which of course adds on to the aspect of charm that a person carries, a sense of vivaciousness, a sense of attractiveness that a person carry, which of course she carries within her. Also, if you observe the other feature on her face, it is very striking philtrum. Philtrum is this particular region that is located between the nose and the lips. This chiseled vertical uh, kind of ridges that you are seeing here, right? You are seeing it here as well. So these are very strong creativity signs on one's face. It also adds onto the aspect of the fertility part as per Chinese face reading, but more so in the creativity dimension. It adds also the aspect of animal magnetism that a person can possess, and why certain people can pull you more towards themselves magnetically in terms of the physical pull, and maybe also once they enter the room, it kind of ignites and add that sense of strong pull towards them. You'll observe this strong philtrum in a lot of actors, celebrities, and it is kind of a hidden magnetic pull that pulls people towards them, more so having the aspect of animal magnetism. So of course it adds more charm to the celebrity's life because it naturally acts or adds more pulling features towards one's personality part. Also, the other aspect, if you observe, is that from the very outset, from the very beginning, the lips are pretty full in nature, right? Both the upper lip and the lower lip are full in nature, which means that with respect to the aspect of uh, expression of herself on the uh, sensuality grounds, or even saying things out loud publicly with respect to what her feelings are, she may be expressing it well. And the other aspect that I want you to observe here is that the eye set, how open it was to how open it is now. So if you see the eye sets, the visibility of iris, that is the black part of the eye, it is more here. You could see that the iris visibility is more. So eye relates to the aspect of fire element and the receptivity that a person carries, how open a person's heart is, how open they're willing to share themselves, or how open they're easily offering themselves or wanting to be perceived in the world. So if you see, this is a little more open here, a little more open here, versus when you see it here, especially the left part of the eye. If you observe on the left part of the eye, this inner eyelid is covering the black of the iris a little more than on the right part. If you observe it here, the black vertically, the black part is slightly less visible on the left part of her face, that is this part of the face, than on the right part of the face. What it indicates, because left part indicates the aspects of your private life, right indicates about your public life, how you want to be seen to the world. When this area, the left part visibility of the eye is a little less, it indicates that a person in the personal life can be more scrutinizing. Also, it can show that maybe publicly they may appear more open, but privately they are scrutinizing. They're not that open, and that is something which celebrity has to go through. And we all have our public life versus our private life, which we want to keep hidden. So whenever there is this gap that you're observing on the left part and on the right part, it indicates about the difference in the private and the public life. There is a separate video dedicated for that, so you can definitely go ahead and look at that to learn more. The other aspect that I want to focus, maybe the last aspect of our face, is that the canthus are quite sharp, which means this particular area, the inner corner of the eye, if you observe here, this is a slightly sharper canthus, which indicate that when expressing herself, she can be astutely sharp to the extent of being hurtful at times, especially in the uh, private part of her life or personal life where she connects to people. She can be very straightforward and very razor like, edge like criticism she can deliver. So that is something which is observable here of the sharp inner canthus that she possesses. It also indicates the ability to express sharp razor like words, especially during the times of anger as well. So that is one of the features that she carries and is indicated by her inner canthus part of the face. So yeah, these are pretty much the features that stands out. Also, there is one line, if you see here, on the forehead part, and it's not a very prominent line, but it's one of the horizontal markings on her face. And forehead is the region of the age bracket of representing your 20s up till the point of 30s, that ends from here. So this is particularly the region of the age gap of 22 to 26, sort of. And whenever there is a marking, it indicates a certain set of life event that has made an impression into your life. And because 20s to 30s is a region when a lot of happenings happen in our life, we may get into a job, we may get married, we may have a child there, we may have a breakup, we enter into the college or just pass out from the college and experience new happenings. So there's a lot that happens in between the phase of 20s to the point of 30s. It's like a major crossroad that we take in our life. So markings that particular point in time can be prominent. And one beautiful marking that happens on the forehead is when there are like two or three lines that are complete in nature, because the completeness of those lines indicates that the life lesson was well learned. And you can definitely move forward ahead with flying colors. So that is something which is prominent, and which you can definitely look around. And one of the other features that is striking me right now is that her brow bone is kind of ahead, is kind of forward, and brow bone indicates the aspect of control. What is a brow bone? On which your eyebrows are there. So when your brow bone is a little lifted, it adds on to the aspect of wood into your nature, which indicates her needs to be in control, her needs to be in power, her needs to be independent. And that is something which kind of uh, is very prominent, of course, in the latter part of her life, where when I see her eyes, it reflects the aspect of strong, ambitious outlook that she has for the world. And with brow bone being lifted, it adds on to the aspect of being more control centric and being more independent in life with respect to how she wants to go ahead with things. It definitely is a strong transformation from how she was to what she has become. And of course, it's a interesting transformation that you can look across. And the fire that she has carried is something which is there as of this moment, and which is a great sign um, for making things happen. So yeah, this is pretty much the analysis of her face in a shorter format in the educational background of face reading. I hope this video was helpful in bringing new insights onto face reading, or to even enhance your face reading journey. And yeah, that's how faces can tell so many pictures without you even knowing a particular person. And because we are studying celebrity, we can look at their life and follow what they have done, and we can inspire ourselves to be the better version of how or what we can be. So thank you to all the photographers back again for these pictures. I'm going to make sure that the links where I have gathered these pictures are there in the description. And thank you to her as well. I cannot reach her personally, but thank you to her for kind of the cosmic gift that she has given, that we are able to read for her. And Yeah, thank you so much. This is Nitesh signing off. If there is any celebrity whom you are interested to get the analysis of, to let me know in the comment section, as I'll be looking gladly for your comments there. And yeah, bye bye for now. This is Sunday, and on Sunday I'm shooting this video, and I think it'll be live very very soon as well. So take care, watch it out, like, share, subscribe, and have a wonderful day ahead.